Shalom to the elect men of Israel. We'll face the east as always. I give all infinite honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makapadash, the water Yahweh, by Yahweh Shai for the gift of his truth, knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the Bible in these last days. The water Yahweh, by Yahweh Shai for the elders and apostles of a great millstone who taught us this truth and keep teaching us this truth until that family of the word hits. The water Yahweh, by Yahweh Shai, and double honors to the elders and apostles of a great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessings and salutation to the elect men who push this truth throughout the four winds of the earth in these last days, wherever ye are scattered. Shalom, Akim. Shalom, brother. Alright, this video is going to be entitled, The New Covenant Will Be Restored. Okay? The New Covenant will be restored. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, and verse 3. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, which is Mount Zion, to the house of the power of Jacob. Salaki. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. Salaki. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Okay, so let's break that down in detail. All right, for edification. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Get straight to the point. It says, and many people shall go and say, Come ye and let us go up to the mountains of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways. And how is he going to teach us? The elect are going to do the teaching in there on those days, man. Alright? Because all power is going to be given to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. You know, down to King David, down to the elect men, man. We're going to be judging the whole 12 tribes of Israel. You know, so when Israel is restored with the new laws and commandments, the new covenant, because all Israel will be ultimately saved, you know, even though they're going to get wasted on this side over here, Most High is going to bring them back into the kingdom where they're going to be in their right mind, because our people are not in their right mind right now. All right? We were given the covenant, the blood covenant that we entered into in the Torah, that was given to Moses for us to keep the laws and commandments. All right? We entered into a blood covenant with the Master Yahweh himself. A contract, basically. A set agreement. Okay, you agree to do this, I will set you on high. Now the flip side of that coin is, if you disobey me and go about doing your own thing, this is what I'm going to do to you. And this is where we are at right now. You can see it through spiritualness, you can see it. You know? That's why the scriptures say, blessed are the eyes that see what we see. The men of the Lord, the hopefully elect, see the condition of our people from being on this side, from being on the righteous side, looking back at the world, looking forward to the new covenant. Hell, we in training right now for this new covenant. Pretty much, basically, we pretty much getting the new covenant right now, because we know how to keep the laws and commandments right now. Training day. All right? And I'm going to do a part 2, and this requires a part 2 or a lesson. And it says, and we will walk in his paths. All right? For out of Zion shall go forth the law, the new covenant. Out of Zion. I told you about that. The mountains of the hill, which is the headquarters in Jerusalem, is Mount Zion. So you get a picture of it, you know, or on your phone or whatever, you see nothing but hills and mountains, you know, which represents the establishment of the government, man. And how Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to have his own government. It's going to be done in righteousness. Right now, we're in Esau's kingdom. But we keep the Most High's laws. We obey Yahweh, not man. Okay? And the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, from Jerusalem. All right? From Jerusalem, the place, the new city, coming down from out of heaven. The law is going to be established right then and there. Hell, ultimately, the law is going to be established. We get on the chariot. It's going to be automatic. In a twinkling of an eye, we're going to be changed. That's when the new covenant will be established right then. All right? So let's jump to Jeremiah, the 31st chapter, speaking on the new covenant. All right? The book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, from the top, it says, "At the same time, saith the Lord, will I be the power of all the families of Israel." Did it say Esau? Did it say Moab? Did it say Ishmael? Did it say the Hamitic family? No. It says what? At the same time, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shah. It's the Most High saying this through his son, Yahweh Shah. Will I be the power of all the families of Israel? I left the stick up in the car. All right, all the families from Judah all the way down to Issachar, all the families, the 12 families, the 12 nations. Yahweh through Yahweh Shai, all the way down to King David is going to be ruling us. We're going to be ruling with a literal rod of iron. Hell, Esau rules his kingdom right now with a rod of iron with a fist. And he's going into slavery in the kingdom under this new covenant. Okay, verse 2. Salaki, the latter part of verse 1. It says, all the families of Israel, and they shall be my people. Because the hopefully elect are his people right now. But it says, all the families of Israel are going to be his people. Because 2/3 of the nation of Israel is not the Lord's people right now. The Most High not hearing none of that prayers and everything. You haven't repented and turned away from your iniquities. Your God is Esau, man. This fucking devil out here, man. This fucking white, so-called white man, this red Hebrew Edomite. That's who your family is. That's who you are up under right now. You his people. You're not the Lord's people. Okay? Verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, the people which were left of the sword found grace in the wilderness, even Israel, when I went to cause him to rest. Verse 3. The Lord hath appeared of old unto me, saying, yea, I have loved thee with an everlasting love. Talking about the nation of Israel. Therefore, with love and kindness have I drawn thee. Quick precept. Or what that is. Isaiah. Bible all ripped up now. Isaiah 54:7. Quick precept. For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. That's the new covenant, man. In a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee. Because just think about it. Israel was just pissing the Lord off back to back to back to back. Even the prophet Jeremiah had to ask, is Israel a horn-born slave? Why is he spoiled? How people get thrown into prison, going to Isaiah 42 and 22. People are spoiled, thrown in prison houses and shit, man. Israel was going to slavery so much, Jeremiah had to ask, was Israel just put here to be a fucking slave? Because you pissed the Lord off. Most High say with great mercy, great, that word, he said great. So he had to just say, all right, Israel, I'm going to save your ass. Basically, I'm going to save your ass. Ultimately, I could just do away with you. But, with deep compassion and great mercies, and everlasting kindness and forgiveness, I'm going to bring you back. I'm going to save all y'all. I'm going to get my elect up out of here. They're going to be the rulers in the kingdom under Yahweh Shai, King David. And then, ultimately, the whole nation of Israel is going to be saved, man. Yahweh Shai is to be feared, man. He is to be loved and feared. I was just reading that in the Apocrypha. Matter of fact, let me read that. Hold that in Isaiah 54. Alright. This is the Sirach, chapter 25 and 12. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of his love, and faith is the beginning of cleaving unto him. Our people do not fear Yahweh Shai, and they damn sure don't have faith. They don't even believe, the power exists. But the Most High is declaring his name throughout his men on the highways and byways, man. Which is going to establish, which is the pre-draft, Salaki, saying draft like a pre-draft camp, preview, Salaki, a preview for the kingdom that's to be coming, man, soon. All right. So back in Isaiah the 54th chapter, in 8 it says, "In a little wrath," what wrath? The wrath under this damn devil in Esau. The wrath of the Most High poured out upon us, man. Hardcore slavery. Being subject under this devil system, man, which leads to death and destruction. Having the weakest nation on the earth rule over you. That's the wrath of Yahweh. It says, "In a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, for a little while." In the wrath that I poured out on you, I hid my face from you because you disobeyed everything that I told you to do. And you still do that to this day. What does he say? "But with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee." Yahweh is going to have mercy upon his people. All right? "Saith the Lord thy Redeemer." And he's coming to redeem who? The whole nation of Israel, but really the elect, but ultimately the whole nation of Israel. Like it says in the book of Romans. All right? Salakia. So back in Jeremiah, the 31st chapter. All right? It says, "Again, I will build thee, and thou shalt be built, O virgin of Israel," because we're married to Yahweh Shai. And that's going to be my next video. Okay, Lord willing. "Thou shalt again be adorned with thy tabrets, and shalt go forth in the dances of them that make merry." All right, so we're going to be renewed with this new covenant, and a new mind, a new spirit, new health. And that goes into that too, speaking of health. Jeremiah 30 and 17, that's the spirit. "For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord. Because they call thee an outcast, saying, This is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents, and have mercy on his dwelling places. And the city shall be builded upon her own heap." And that ties right into Isaiah 61st chapter. "And the palace shall remain after the manner thereof," man. Okay? And you can read all the way down into that, and it goes right into the new covenant being restored, man. All right? The Most High was pissed at Israel, but, he backs it up and says, "Look, I'm gonna set y'all ass straight. And you're going to be straight this time forever." All right? Verse 5, Jeremiah 31:5. "Thus thou shalt yet plant vines upon the mountains of Samaria. All right, that's in Israel. The planters shall plant and shall eat them as common things. For there shall be a day that the watchmen upon the Mount Ephraim shall cry, arise ye, you so-called Puerto Rico, and let us go up to Zion unto the Lord our power. Everything is going to be established in Zion, man. The law is going to go forth from out of Zion, man. Lord willing, we are the hopefully elect. We're going to partake into this prophecy coming to pass, man. Verse 7, for thus saith the Lord, sing with gladness for Jacob, and shout among the chief of the nations. Publish ye, publish that name. Praise ye. What we do? We praise Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. That name is going to be declared right now and for everlasting in the kingdom. The whole nation of Israel is going to praise Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Bashim Wakakadash. He's going to restore that pure language also. I'm going to get that. Alright? Which he's restoring that pure language right now. To be, spiritually correct. Not politically correct, spiritually correct. He's restoring that language right now. But ultimately, it's going to be already, in our speaking that pure tongue, man. Not these stammering lips that we speak right now. Jay got a stuttering problem. I know I got a stuttering problem. Come short of some words, like it says in Sirach, the first chapter. All right? There's power in the Hebrew, man. All right? It says, publish ye, praise ye, and say, O Lord, save thy people, the remnant of the house of Israel. Publish ye, praise ye, save ye the elect of Israel. The word remnant goes into the seed, the elect. I was talking about that in the previous video. All right? Most High, Elder Apostle Gabar, Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Ramla, Elder Apostle Wakar, always speak on the elect. That's all it's about. If you read and study the Bible, and the Holy Spirit has to be dealing with you, for you to see that it's always talking about the elect, man. All right? So if it doesn't say elect, or you see the word see, or you see the word remnant, that ties in with the word elect, man. A chosen group of men. Many are called, but few are chosen. Okay? Verse 8. Behold, I will bring them, this goes into another. I will bring them from the north country and gather them from the coast of the earth, and with them the blind and the lame, the woman and the child, and her that travaileth with child together. A great company shall return thither. He gonna gather his elect from the four winds of the earth. Isaiah 11 and 11. Let's get that. Because I was gonna stay, but the Spirit is ruling. This was moving. Isaiah 11 and 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again. It's that new covenant finna be restored. He's coming again. Like I said previously, the first time, what does the word again mean? Something coming after the first time. A follow-up, basically. All right? Again, the second time to recover the remnant, the remnant, that's that word again, of his people, which shall be left. And when you read Sirach, the 13th chapter, it tell you about the ones that they're going to be left, man. 10 left in the city, man. Lord willing, we got 10 brothers down here, 11 brothers down here right now. And that word 10 just it's a number that he threw out there. It's a few amongst millions of people in a metropolitan area, man. All right? And that's a fact. Which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Patros and from Cush. All over, wherever. Like I opened it in the video when I said the latter part of my opening title coming in, saying, wherever ye are scattered, man. Wherever Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai is scattered in these last days. Shalom to the elect, man. all right? Because we are scattered. And from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea, all throughout the Caribbean and everything, you know, north, the south, the east, the west. All right? So back in Jeremiah 31, and pick it up back at 9, it says, they shall come with weeping and with supplications, and I will lead them. I will cause them to walk by the rivers of waters in a straight way. Okay? You're going to walk in righteousness. They're going to always talk about, you better get your mind right. No, this right there, Yahweh Shai is going to get your mind right. Oh yes, it's coming. That time is approaching very fast. All right? And as I did one of my other videos, a very hot day is approaching. This destruction must come first. All right? We out here, in pre-training, preparing the house of David, the tabernacle of David, for this new covenant that's finna partake, very soon. But destruction is gonna hit at the same time, so that's that balance. All right, I'm gonna destroy these people, but at the same time, y'all go out there and prepare the kingdom to come. All right. And I will cause them to walk by the rivers of waters in a straight way, wherein they shall not stumble. For I am a father to Israel, and Ephraim is my firstborn. So with that being said, this is that new covenant being restored. When the northern kingdom fully wakes up, because the truth is going out. And yes, Ephraim is awakening. It's not happening like we want it to happen, but it's on the Most High's time watch. Who the fuck are we to tell the Most High to speed it up things? We pray to him and we cry out to him, but ultimately he hears, he damn sure hears, but it's all on his time. Yeah, you think Yahweh shining up there? Hey, come on, Pops, speed it up a little bit. But it's all done on his time. Yahweh, the master, the father of Israel. He says Ephraim is his firstborn, man. Ephraimite, so-called Puerto Rican, wake up to this truth, man. Come into this thing. Be on fire for this thing, man. Pray to Yahweh Shai not to take the Holy Spirit from you. Keep pushing. This new covenant is finna be restored. So proclaim the gospel to all nations that we are the children of Yahweh Shai. Okay? Salaki. The gospel should be preached to all kingdoms of the earth. All down in Central and South America. The islands of the sea, like I read in Isaiah 11 and 11, man. And sea means people. Ultimately, it's twofold. All down in the seas, which is literal seas, and the sea represents the people. All right? Where am I at? Can't even see it. All right, so with that, I'm gonna stop it right there. I'm coming back with a part 2. Tie in some more. Go a little bit longer. The spirit and power Yahweh Shai. Face the east. Say Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Allah Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Ba'ashem Makapadash. The water Yahweh Shai for the gift of this truth in ministry, in wisdom, and understanding of the Bible. It's truly a blessing. Take not the Holy Spirit away from us. Yahweh Shai, Baruch Shai. The water for the elders and apostles, great millstone, who rule and teach well. A peace and blessing and salutation to the elect men who push this truth throughout the four winds of the earth in these very last days. Wherever ye are scattered, Yahweh Shai is going to redeem the remnant of the nation of Israel. Wherever ye are scattered. Shalom, Makin. On to the next one.